Guyana's GDP is off the charts right now. I am talking world class. I am talking the hottest thing since sliced bread. I'm talking the fastest growing in the world. I'm sure you've seen many of these articles. However, many folks see them. They wonder, what does this even mean? GDP boom, my pockets are still empty. So fear not, Capital Convos is here today to explore some of these concepts, explain why you might feel left out, and also go into what or how we can prepare ourselves to take advantage of everything that's going on right now.
First things first, what really is GDP? Think of it as a tool that governments can use to understand what is really going on in their country. It adds up the activities across the many sectors. In Guyana's case, we have sugar, rice, mining, manufactured goods, services such as logistics, trucking, even Qualfon and those other BPOs. Think of it as a giant national cookout where everyone is contributing something that is all then added up. Before oil and gas, our GDP was stable. Like most other countries, it hovered around 4 billion. However, since oil and gas production started in 2020, it almost doubled every 2 years, as you can see there. Using the reference from earlier, we now have a bigger national cookout, more persons involved, Exxon has, the government is spending more. This should mean everyone is doing better, right? But this is the catch. Not everyone gets a fat plate. Stay with me, I'm about to introduce something else. Another figure thrown around is the GDP per capita, an average that is basically dividing the GDP mentioned earlier by the population. In theory, it tells us how much each person contributes or how much they earn. And with GDP doubling every 2 years, we end up with headlines such as those. But it's simply an average and a tool used to compare countries. Some persons pull this average up, some persons pull it down. That is simply what it is.
GDP per capita is distinctly different from personal income. Your personal income is your salary, and as you would know, every Guyanese has a different earning potential based on their level of education, the region that they live in or location, and even opportunities available to them. Think of personal income as your own economic story, whereas GDP per capita is a countrywide average. And confusing the two figures again is where we may feel that we are shortchanged. So, how can we cash in on these abundant opportunities? Well, I'll start by saying this. One of my favorite quotes is life is what you make it. And we should look at these high growth rates and decide to ourselves, how can we flip it and benefit rather than feeling demotivated? And what is going on right now is described as the proverbial gold rush. And in many countries before us that have had a gold rush, what person's done is basically position himself where the goal is flowing. And we can start capitalizing and doing this first thing as soon as possible, and that is invest in yourself. You want to look at the skills that are in high demand, TVET being one of them, engineering being another, logistics, accounting, finance. There was a study done by the International Labour Organization, ILO, on Guyana labor needs. I recommend looking at that to get a better idea of where you can position yourself. But knowledge is one of your biggest skills and your biggest tools in getting out of any or getting into any opportunities right now. Secondly, start something new. If there is any better time for you to have an idea and you want to pursue it, it's now. There are abundant of opportunities in Guyana, and I recommend utilizing all of the free resources that you can, meaning go on to Go Invest or the Ministry of Industry website, look at what industries or sectors are the most hottest right now, look at incentives that they offer, utilize and join the Small Business Bureau program and mentorship program, utilize their business plan and other templates that they have, and any other free resources. Lastly, but most importantly, network. If you have a business already, I recommend joining the GCCI or GMSA and connecting with like minded business individuals who can take you to the next level or may offer something new to your business. Within your social circles, if you don't have a business, maybe several of your friends might have some different varying skill set. or a skill set that you can all put together and do something. Collaborate, start a partnership, a joint venture, or a term thrown around a lot, a consortium. Again, the only way for you to fully cash in on a lot of these benefits is to shift towards these new business models and away from the sole trader mentality. And one of the aims of this channel actually is to foster collaboration. So I'm working on a Discord channel actually where we can all chat and speak about ideas we have and say how we can contribute and foster entrepreneurship within each other. So if this is something that you'd be interested in, I will attach a link below where you can indicate, and when the channel is up, I'll send you an invite. But this is something I want to work towards. I hope I was very informative today, and until our next capital conference.